Hey guys, Travis here, Chordbuddy. I want to take y'all on a little journey of what we do to get our guitars prepared for our customers. And I'm going to tell you something. I can promise you we're the only one that does this setup procedure for this level of instrument. And how do I know that? Because I've had so many people that are in the beginner guitar market tell me, I can't believe that you take every guitar out of when you get it, you unbox it, you tune it, you do a fret dressing, you clean the frets, you adjust the neck, you do a 7-point check where we check everything, which I'll show you. They just can't believe we do that, but we do. We do every guitar, and we get them in just like this. You can see there, and I do them, and then they go on the shelf here, and they get ready to go out. We have two different models of guitar. We have the natural spruce top, and then we have the sunburst. Both of them very beautiful. This is just a protective cover. We actually pull that off before we send it. We don't want the fretboard getting scratched before the new owner scratches it themselves. But now I'm gonna set up and show you actually what I do to each guitar. Okay, so I'm gonna take you through the process of what I do for every guitar. So we get them out of the box, and I've just got it out. Beautiful, isn't it? Check it out. So the strings come in, they're slack, so we tune them up. The frets, we fill along the bottom if they need. Sometimes the fretboards can shrink a little, which leaves the frets, these metal things here, a little long, so I check all of those. Have to do some sanding on them typically. In fact, this one needs just a little. So this is if it needs a lot, I start with this file. If it needs a little, I actually made this one. So I got 3 different types of files. And you may hear it sounding metal on metal, which that's what it's supposed to sound like if there's an issue. So. And I've literally done thousands of these guitars, so I know the exact angle. I've had people say, "How do you know what angle?" Well, I've done thousands of them, and I know just how to do it. So then I turn it over, and this one is the smooth one. So that's the last file. I feels pretty good. Then I've got these sanding squares. Each one is a different thickness, and then I take it and I go just like that. And I feel good. And I polish the strings. I put these pads underneath the strings and polish the frets. Get a different grit there. And why do we do it? Here's the reason, guys. We make a great beginner guitar. We truly do. In fact, in 2014 or 15, I put this guitar at the NAMM show, which is the trade show for people in our industry. And this won best bang for the buck, meaning for the price guitar it is, you got the best quality. And I was very, very proud of that, guys. And so, all right, so the frets is fine. Still out of tune. Hadn't got there yet. Next, I look at the neck, check it this way. I put it on the ground. I look at it like you would do a 2x4. This one doesn't need any adjustment. About every 4th one, I'll have to adjust the neck. I check the heel, make sure there's no gaps right there. I mean heel. This is the bridge. That's the saddle. This is the heel. I check it. Now see, when you tune this thing up, you're fixing to put a lot of pressure on the heel, the neck joint right here, and the bridge. So I want to look and see if we got any distress there. Everything looks good. Let's tune this sucker up, guys. Yeah, by the way, I'm using the Perry tuner, patented tuner with string break technology. What's that mean? This tuner knows when you're sharp of your intended note and tells you to stop. The screen turns red. Screen turns red. I don't know if you can see it or not there. And I said stop. So this is probably the boring part to y'all, so I may speed through this to get it tuned. Or you may just want to see the journey here. So I get them all close. I don't tune them all up. I don't tune each string to pitch the first time because I want to put even tension across the strings. So I get them close, then I come back, start over. And I will take them up to pitch this time. This is a B string. You got to take it to B, G string, D string, A string. And I'm going to show you something what we also do here. All right, so it's in tune now, or close. The first thing, down, 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 down. And the lobster whistle blowing, dun, 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 dun. Little Merle Haggard, guys. So now what do? I stretch the strings. I come down here to the 12th fret with the double dots. I pull the string up. This is the tricky part. You have to know, see me pulling that right there? Don't do this. I'm doing it for you. Or when you change strings, be careful because each string requires a different tension. When you get to the B string, be very careful. When you get to the E string, be very careful because you'll break them in a heartbeat. Again, guys, I've set up thousands of guitars. We sell around 3,000 guitars a year, and I do a setup on every one of them. My plant manager Jake also can do this, so he can do them if he needs to. We get a rush, but I enjoy doing them, guys. I like to be the last person to play a guitar before my customer gets it. So you retune it. You watch it. Why do you stretch the string? Well, because strings are metal, they're going to stretch, and so in the beginning, I just want to pre-stretch them because if I don't, by the time you get it, it's going to be way out, way out. Now, even though I'm tuning it and we'll check it, I tune it again, then I'm going to stretch it again, and then do a play test on every fret. Okay, sounds good. On the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. If you go down there, you better just beware. Little Leroy Brown. So I'm going to stretch him again. So this can take, this is a pretty fast setup here. So this can take anywhere between 10 and 20. Now, if you'll listen, it's going to be out of tune. See? See how that is? So I've tuned it 3 times. I've stretched it twice, and it's out of tune. So I'm tuning it for the 4th time. But I could sit here and tune it and retune it and stretch it all day long. But, you know, there comes a point that I need to move on. So the bottom line is when you get this guitar from Perry's Music, Chordbuddy, in other words, I have played it. Oh, little Johnny Cash. I've tested it out. Then the last thing I do before I put it back in the box is I pull this off here. I'll throw that away. Take the tuner off, by the way, when you buy these, you've got a lifetime warranty on these guitars, guys. So fill this out and send it in. And then I put it back in the box, and I'll show you what I do there. All right, we've got it, we've tuned it, we've set it up, we've tested it. We're good. I put it back in the bag. I don't know that I've ever done a complete setup. I know this is a little lengthy, but maybe y'all will find it interesting. You know, and again, I was going to never answer, why do I do this? Well, on the lower price guitars, guys, if you're going to have a problem, it's going to be, although I think we have probably the best, lowest price beginner guitar on the market, still, that's the price range. You're going to have some issues. And I mean, if you buy a $3,000 Martin, didn't put the rubber band on it, a $3,000 Martin, you know, you shouldn't have to check it before it goes out because it's been looked at by many, many hands. But these beginner guitars, you know, they're assembly line type. And so I bag it up, and then I put one of these in every, make sure it's, in every, this is a thank you letter from me telling the customer what I've done. And then it goes in, and the lid goes on it. It goes on the shelf as such. I pull the next one down, and I go through the whole process again. So I just wanted to show you what we do for our guitars at Chordbuddy before we send them out to each and every customer.